Ever wondered how chatbots work? They're everywhere, aren't they? These conversational partners are computer programs designed to mimic human interaction, speaking our language and understanding our needs, all thanks to natural language processing, NLP, and machine learning. Essentially, chatbots are the digital bridge between human users and the world of artificial intelligence. They are the friendly front end of complex algorithms that can understand, learn, and respond to our inquiries. From customer service to virtual assistants, and even information retrieval systems, chatbots are revolutionizing the way we interact with technology, making it more personal and accessible. Their ability to understand and respond to human language comes from years of development and intricate programming. But don't worry, you don't need a PhD in computer science to understand how these digital assistants work. So are you ready to understand how these digital assistants work? Let's dive in. Chatbots are not as complex as they seem. It's all about communication. At their core, chatbots function by receiving input from users in the form of text or voice. This input is then analyzed using various natural language processing techniques. The goal is to understand the user's intent and extract any relevant information. Once the chatbot has a clear understanding of the user's needs, it formulates an appropriate response. This response is carefully crafted to provide the most accurate and helpful information to address the user's query. The chatbot then delivers this response back to the user, completing a cycle of interaction. It's a dance of data, if you will, a continuous cycle of receiving, understanding, formulating, and delivering. This process is what allows chatbots to provide quick, efficient, and personalized responses, making them an invaluable tool in today's digital landscape. That's the simple explanation. Now let's look at the different types of chatbots. Not all chatbots are created equal. Some are simple, others are quite sophisticated. Let's dive into the two common types: rule-based and AI-powered chatbots. Rule-based chatbots are like your reliable old friend. They follow predefined rules and patterns to respond to user inputs. They're great for simple tasks, like booking a table at your favorite restaurant or checking the weather. However, they have their limitations and aren't very flexible when it comes to handling unexpected queries or complex tasks. On the other hand, AI-powered chatbots are like the new kid on the block, full of potential. They use machine learning algorithms to continuously improve their understanding and responses. They're designed to handle more complex interactions and adapt to user preferences over time, making them ideal for personalized customer service or virtual assistants. Now that we know the types, let's dissect a chatbot and see its inner workings. A chatbot is like an onion. It has layers. Don't worry, it won't make you cry. Now let's peel back those layers and explore the technical components of a chatbot. First up is natural language understanding, or NLU. This is the brains of the operation. It processes user inputs, extracting intent, entities, and the all-important context from the text. It's like the chatbot's personal detective, sifting through the clues to figure out what the user is really asking. Next, we have dialogue management. This component handles the flow of conversation. It's like a seasoned chess player, always thinking a few moves ahead, maintaining context and determining the appropriate response based on the current state of the conversation. Last but not least, we have natural language generation, or NLG. This component is the chatbot's voice, generating human-like responses based on the output of the dialogue management system. These components make a chatbot tick. But how do they understand us? Chatbots are great listeners, but they also need to understand. This is where natural language processing, or NLP techniques, come in. These are the tools that help chatbots make sense of our human chatter. One of these techniques is tokenization. It's like breaking down a sentence into individual words or tokens. Think of it as a puzzle. Each word is a piece that, when put together, forms the complete picture of what the user is saying. Then we have named entity recognition, also known as NER. It's like a detective identifying and categorizing entities such as names, dates, and locations mentioned in the text. So, if you tell a chatbot, book me a flight to Paris on the 25th of March, NER helps it understand that Paris is a location and the 25th of March is a date. Lastly, sentiment analysis comes into play. It's like an empath, analyzing the emotional tone of the text to understand the user's mood or attitude. It helps the chatbot respond appropriately, whether you're ecstatic about your recent purchase or frustrated with a service. NLP is the brain behind a chatbot's understanding. But there's also a secret sauce: machine learning. Chatbots learn just like us through experience and practice. They utilize machine learning techniques such as supervised learning, where they're trained on labeled data to understand patterns and associations. They also use reinforcement learning, learning through trial and error, receiving feedback on their responses. Lastly, there's transfer learning, where they leverage pre-trained models and fine-tune them for specific tasks. This speeds up their learning and boosts performance, so they learn and improve over time. But how do they reach us? Chatbots have to be where the users are. That's why integration and deployment matter. They can be integrated into various platforms, from websites and messaging apps to voice assistants, making them accessible to users wherever they are. Then comes the deployment stage, where the chatbot is hosted on servers or cloud platforms. This ensures scalability, reliability, and security, enabling the chatbot to handle varying loads and protect user data. And just like that, a chatbot is ready to chat. Now you know how a chatbot works. Impressive, isn't it?